Good evening, my name is Modi Apparatus and welcome to Oxygen Not Included. This is a game currently in development by Clay. They are the makers of Don't Starve, and it is a bit of Don't Starve mixed with RimWorld or another colony building simulator. And this is our second playthrough. This is Season 2. Last time in Season 1 we made it to Cycle 54, which was pretty deep in this game, but I want to see how we can do with a brand new colony here and put everything we learned in the first playthrough to the test. If you're interested in watching me fumble through it and figure out things as I go, you can go back and watch that first playthrough. The link will be down in the description. But this will be a little bit more experienced, semi-more experienced playthrough. At least I'll have a little bit of knowledge going into the game this time around, and hopefully it'll get us a better start when we start the game here. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into a brand new game of Oxygen Not Included. Alright, so we have our crew to assemble here. First of all, let's take a look and see if we can get these guys totally optimized somehow. We can shuffle the ones we don't like, keep the ones we love. Small bladder is probably going to be a problem at the beginning. They're going to have to pee more often. We're not going to have very many toilets at the beginning, so we'll probably want to re-roll these guys, and they're actually kind of identical. 6+ cooking, of the two, I'd rather re-roll her probably. Yeah, it's tough to say. They move underwater really good. Diver's lungs is really, really nice, because they consume less air. Let's re-roll her. Max. Nadia, Grease Monkey, Gastrophobia, won't cook, but good at creativity, great at tinkering. That is awesome for the beginning here. We also have somebody very good at tinkering over here, though. Narcoleptic's not too bad of a trait. Decor expectation's a little high, though. I think of the two, I'd rather keep her, though, even though her tinkering's not quite as good. Creativity being higher. Well, okay, that's good enough. Okay, let's go. Let's re-roll her. I don't like the decor expectation being so high. It's kind of demanding, actually. Narcoleptic could be a problem, whereas Gastrophobia, they just don't want to go cook anything, so. Okay, let's reshuffle her then. We have an Architect. That is excellent, actually. Digging is good, creativity is good, construction is good. Yokel means they can't do research. That's fine. We have other people that can pull up the slack there. And Mole Hands, great at digging. Fantastic, I love it. The Inescapable Colony. Okay, fine, we'll go with that one, and let's embark. All right, so we got our 3 colonists here. I'm gonna pause it right now, and we're gonna take a quick scour around the area here. We got Jasper, Nadia, and Brennan. Brainin. I guess that's how you say that, Brainin. Okay, so first thing we need to do is dig out some area here. We have some oxalate here producing oxygen for us right now, so we don't have to worry about too much in that regard. Let's dig out some area right over here, so we have some basic resources going here. And there's a food shortage, yeah, because we don't have anything, there's no food getting produced right now. And colony requires toilets, which is probably one of the most foremost things we need to install here. Let's get a ladder started down this way. And then this time around, what I'm going to be doing is, last time I think I focused on 3 high roofs, 3 high floors. I'm going to go 4 high floors, so 4 space in between here, because that seems to work better for when you want to lay out art and that kind of thing. Something we didn't really focus on early game last time. So that'll be our first floor there, and I'm going to set a lower priority on that right now, just so they aren't working on this floor before I want them to. I want this ladder done quickly. And we're kind of digging into the water right now. I don't know if I want that specifically going on here, so we're gonna cancel that. Let's pay attention to where the water's going here. Let's see, so the water's gonna be here. I want the ladder to be like here, actually. We'll cancel these. And it's okay that they dug out a few of those right now. It'll be fine. And they can build and deconstruct this one, no problem. Okay, so they'll work on digging this out and building this right away here. And again, I'll set those as lower priority so they work on that second after they finish the digging. And then before too long, we're gonna make sure we need to get bathrooms done here. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put a bathroom right through here. This will be our first bathroom right down here. Now we don't have the means to do much right now as far as research technology, anything like that, so we just have some basic things here, and the research will come later once we build a research table. But basic hierarchy of needs, we need to take care of bathrooms first, food second, and this guy's about to get crushed by some sand. There he goes, okay, good, he didn't get completely crushed by it, awesome. Always good to see that. But they're going to town here. Love it. I'm gonna speed this along just a little bit because the digging is boring as hell. And we'll get them ahead a little bit here. Speed it all the way along here. All right, excellent. Good work, guys. A little cleanup here still, but that's fine. And again, I'll prioritize that lower too, even. So it's below the other stuff here. Don't need them working on that just yet. The big priorities here are going to be digging this out, I think. Here, let's get this. Let's get this as a 6th thing once they dig out the first part here. There, get that as the next phase of the operation here. So they'll build the ladders as needed down here, and they'll start digging this out. That way they're not going to be trapped ever. They'll always have themselves leave themselves an out. We'll also have the sand falling in, so well, it looks like they're out of air down there already. And a lot of CO2 just congregating. There's no oxalite down there. We don't have the means for permeable tiles or anything like that yet, so we're going to want to research that pretty quickly here. Once we get this first room done here, I think I'm going to do that. And then we're going to get them access to water right away here after that. Skill increases already, awesome. Digging is now at a 1. Well, I guess it doesn't take much to go from 0 to 1, but still. Glad they got there. And you guys got to be careful about this sand here. Should be all right. All right, let's put a toilet in. Of course, someone has an accident. Toilet right there. And the toilet, yes, it'll be in a lack of CO2 area, yes, but get up there if you need to. Yep, there you go. Go breathe for a minute. That O2 CO2 problem will change as we start digging down further. We're already getting some oxygen down in there. And initially, this double ladder will definitely help with the distribution of air. So let them go. Careful, guys. Oh, this can't be built. Oh, because there's a sand thing in front of it. Let's make a big priority on that, actually. Take care of that right away. No accidents today. There you go. Good work. All right, requires a food source next. All right, let's get that going this direction then. They need water for food though, don't they? So I think access to water is gonna be the next step along the way here. I got the bathroom going though. They have a little bit of food in the box there. Let's open these up. That'll get them going on that. So then I got to think about how I want to get them to access to water here. I think the simplest way to do it would be just to dig out a couple of spaces here. And that should provide them access to water without too much mess, I think. Yeah, get down there for air. Good. Put ladder down. Oh, we have oxalite down here. I don't know what happens if we mine that. It's a buried object. It's producing O2 for us right now, and it will deplete eventually. I just don't know what happens if we mine it. It does say consumable ore, which makes me think we can take care of it. Is there one we could just remove quick? I guess this one is the one that is the most likely in the way here. They're gonna hit the hay here though now. They don't have beds yet, but they'll just fall asleep where they stand here. Unfortunately, Naughty here fell asleep right with her head next to the bathroom. That's not sanitary whatsoever. Okay, so let's speed through the night here, and then we'll pick them up on the next day. All right, back to normal speed here for the next day. Let's see where we want to start putting some stuff. First of all, they don't have a food source and insufficient oxygen generation. We used more oxygen than we produced last day. Now that will happen initially because the oxygen being produced is oxygen that is where's our oxalite? There it is. It continues to emit oxygen at 5 kilograms per second. Over here it is doing 0 kilograms per second. Over here it's doing 90 grams per second. So it looks like it's producing more oxygen while it's on the ground, possibly. Or it might just be because there's more CO2 down here and more O2 up here where it can't produce as much. That could be. All right, well, at least initially we need a place to make some food. First of all, we need let's widen this just a little bit here, and let's not make these too wide. I think that's probably good. That's probably as wide as I want to go. This is just vacuum in here. We gotta be careful with that. It's gonna fill up with all of our oxygen once we open that up here. They need to be careful about this way they mine in here, I think, too. Let's put an order to dig out this then. Alright. It requires food source. Okay, we don't have the microbe mushroom. We need raw metal, which means we need a little bit of this copper. That's going to be right here, actually. So once they mine that out, they'll have it. And, yeah, they're getting hungry. So there's some food in here. It's got 21 kilograms of food. Each one takes 1 kilogram of food per meal, I believe. So that's a few meals still that we can get out of this. For too long, we want to start digging out this way too. And let's just dig this out as well. And then I'm going to dig up through here until we get to the oxalite there. Again, it doesn't appear to me. See, this is only doing 287 grams. Over here, again, the stuff on the ground here was doing a lot more. Let's see if I can find it again here. Oxalite. Yeah, now it's doing 0, because it's probably hit capacity down here. Yeah, that's the case. So it might be beneficial to head into this vacuum over here, actually, because they're producing not enough. They're producing less oxygen than they're. I mean, it's not producing to its maximum, basically. Let's see how we want to do this then. Let's see what priorities are right now. So they're all 5s. Let's have them do the digging as a. Let's set these down to a 4 here for the walls here. Again, over here doesn't really matter that much either. Okay. We also need a ladder going upwards. Let's see how we're doing in raw minerals here. If we go up this way, we can get into granite. It looks like we're almost close to it over here too, if we keep digging that direction. Alright, so next thing we need to do is start thinking about how we want to do. Once we have the copper, we can start thinking about the food. And we'll put food like right over here. They'll have access to the water and everything like that for right now until they start getting this worn out. And then we'll need a research station. And stations here, research station, we need copper for that too. So we'll need a few blocks of this copper here. And this is a few kilograms. Just opening these up will give us plenty for what we need. We don't even need to get into over here, really. Next thing we need to think about is where to store some stuff. We are currently just leaving everything as it lies there. It would be good to clean up so they don't get too frustrated with the decor. So I'm going to set up a storage compactor over. Let's put it over here for right now. She's going to work on that, looks like. And then once I'm done with the initial outlay of stuff here, it can be all except for, I guess, everything for now. Yeah, let's do that, everything. Once we're set up here, I will let them start cleaning up around here just a little bit. You gotta make sure they stick with mining out this sand as they get it. Good work. All right, so now this is producing 100 grams a second. This is producing a varying amount. Oh, it just disappeared actually. And the stuff down here, oxalite's still down here? It's tough to click it actually. Yeah, it's hard to say how much it's actually producing when it's. I mean, it's hitting capacity, I think, is the issue, and we got plenty of air right now. Over here is a little less breathable, but still, it's very densely packed over here. It keeps producing, and this stuff will disappear over time. So it's kind of just get you started here. We got to get down into here if we want to take advantage of that too. This means we got to make the ladder a little bit longer. And it might be that, I mean, it might be that if we keep this stuff inactive, it might not decay as fast. It's hard to say. I mean, you'd think that if it's emitting oxygen, it's consuming the oxygen that's here. And like these pieces that aren't exposed aren't really getting destroyed at all right now. Or as far as I know, I mean, they might still decay. So maybe if down here, because it's already at capacity down here, it might not be beneficial to tap into that just yet. Now here we have some hydrogen, some chlorine. Chlorine over here, hydrogen over here. Some mix of O2 and CO2 up in here. It's contaminated water up in here, yeah. Alright. Good stuff. Water is pretty much the most important resource in the game. We did not get a lot of it to start with here, unless there's more that we can't see. We have to start thinking about refinement really soon. So yeah, we will start considering that very quickly here. Okay, so let's get a research area set up here. Now that we have some do we have copper yet? Still didn't get any. Okay, well, they're working on it. And actually I can have them dig out the first row here, and that'll get us some copper. Without worrying too much about the physics of the air there, about the vacuum, how that's gonna affect us. There's our copper. Okay, now we got everything unlocked. That's what we needed. We have 261 kilograms. Not quite enough just yet. There it is. That's enough. Okay, so now we have the research station. We can putting that in here. We need power generation then too. So we need a couple things all at once here. Let's see. Okay, so let's think about where we want to put that. Let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, which means this row here is going to be back to tile. We stick with our pattern. And looks like they're already at capacity for that storage compactor, so I'm going to put one here then. And these will give off, if these have toxic things inside of them, like, not toxic, but like stuff that gives off bad, contaminated air, like contaminated dirt, it will actually produce some bad gases. Same if you start putting like bleach and that kind of thing inside of these, they'll also start having some bad reactions. So we just gotta be careful what we store in those. But my idea here is we have one of these on every floor, possibly, and just pay attention to what we put in them. And once we want to remove like the contaminated stuff, we just take those out of there, and it won't like this algae down here is gonna start producing. I believe algae does produce contaminated. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't. Now to see, it's not really producing anything down there, so it should be fine. All right, let them clean up just a little bit here. That'll help our building efforts. Okay, cool. So, how's food doing here? We have 20 rations left. Yeah, we need a food source, but that's not as much of a priority as a research station would be. So I'm gonna put the research station right here for now. We might move this later. And then we need to do power generation as well. I was gonna put that down in here. It would be more copper intensive to build that there though. So, with that said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the power generation over here, I think. We need a manual generator to start with here. And we need a battery. And I'll put the battery here. We need electrical wire connecting all of them. And we'll just run it through the walls there just a little bit. Cool, all right, let's speed that along, let them work. And we'll set this as a higher priority here. Let's set these as lower. And those will be higher still, that's good. Okay, good. So they should work on this stuff here first then, with what we have. Looks like we're out of copper again, which means I need to set them to prioritize this stuff faster. So I dig that out. They're using a little bit of wire up here. And that one battery is going to fill up pretty quickly. We'll be running out of power here occasionally, but we'll be alright. Alright, looks like we got some copper back in stock again. Yep, just like that. Generating power, and sleepy time again. Okay, so tomorrow, we're going to get this whole thing set up with the ladder here. We're going to get them moved up into here. And this is going to be our very first bedroom up in here. We're going to go tiles through here then. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles up here. Tiles through here. We don't want to do that just yet, because that's going to get rid of those plants. We might want those there for right now. So we have a good space for them. And this will be our first bedroom area over here. Let's see. Yep, should be pretty good. Okay. Let them go to work here quick, finish up the research bench. And needs research and needs fabrication. Okay, so we can choose what we want to research now. Okay, so for starters here, planter box would be good to have so we can get produce food, but we don't have a lot of seeds just yet, so let's wait till we have more seeds. Liquid piping will probably be more important, but I'm thinking, oh boy. Let's do liquid piping, because that gets us access to a lot of important stuff over here. We can choose when we want to move on to that, but let's do that before too long here. Alright, so they're going to need fabrication queued. Oh, we need to fabricate something here, don't we? Yep, fabricate, yep. Novice research, yep. And let's let them go. And that's going to take dirt is all it takes for that, so that's awesome. We have plenty of dirt, so that's no problem. And the storage is right there, so they can grab her out of there and hop over, no problem. Alright, things seem to be going pretty well here so far. We got the outlay of some basic stuff. And, you know, we'll get some research done right away here. And things should go pretty nicely for a little while here at least. Once they get this dug out, then we can start putting in some beds. And they'll have a nice little room here. And we don't have any, like, furniture decor. I guess we can put in the flower vase here. And that'll be our first taste of decor we can get. And I think what we're going to do this time around, as long as we don't have any loud sleepers, we'll just put everybody in the same bedroom. I think last time I was trying to make up separate bedrooms for everybody. It wasn't like a great thing. I think they don't care so much if it isn't, if they don't have separate bedrooms so much. As long as it's a nice bedroom, I think that's what they care about. So, at least in this version, maybe eventually that'll be a factor, but doesn't seem to be just yet. Let's see, this is still 4 here. Make sure those are 4s. Okay. And let them go work. Alright, so I think we'll call that episode right there for right now. We're about halfway through cycle 3. We'll be back very soon for another episode. Let me know what you guys think of this one. If you have any tips or anything like that. I know last series, people were very, very kindly about sharing their time and effort on tips. So share anything you've encountered in your own playthroughs and that kind of thing. I look forward to going through this playthrough with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back next time for the next one. Have a good night.